There is a part of success no one talks about. It's not the applause, it's not the followers or the fame. It's not the moment you win, it's everything that happened before that moment. It's the silence. The long nights when you question yourself. The mornings when you wake up tired, not just in your body, but in your soul. When you wonder if you're wasting your time chasing something no one else believes in. People see the highlight reel. They see the victory, the glory, the smile, but they don't see the hours you spent alone, training, learning, failing, and rising again. They don't see the sacrifices, the friends you lost, the plans you canceled. They don't see the loneliness that becomes your daily companion. Because when you choose to grow, you choose pain. You choose to walk away from comfort. You choose to walk alone. And in that loneliness, something changes. You begin to see who you really are. You start hearing a voice that you ignored for years, the one that says, keep going. You realize that nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to push you. It's on you. Because when you choose to grow, you choose pain. You choose to walk away from comfort. You choose to walk alone. And in that loneliness, something changes. You begin to see who you really are. You start hearing a voice that you ignored for years, the one that says, keep going. You realize that nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to push you. It's on you. Every great person you admire once sat in darkness, unsure, afraid, and alone. But they stayed there long enough to find the light inside themselves. See, pain is not your enemy, it's your teacher. It teaches you what you're made of. It burns away the weak parts of you until only strength remains. Every failure is a lesson. Every scar is a story. Every lonely night is a chapter of transformation, because growth never happens in comfort. Comfort is where dreams go to die. But pain is where character is built. Pain is where warriors are born. When you're alone, you start to understand the truth that the world owes you nothing. That success demands everything. That your dream will cost you your peace, your sleep, your comfort, and sometimes your sanity. But that's okay, because loneliness isn't punishment. It's preparation. It's the training ground for greatness. It's where you learn discipline, patience, and resilience. It's the silence where strength is born. Every time you wanted to quit but didn't, that was growth. Every time you failed but stood up again, that was progress. Every time you felt unseen but kept working, that was power. Because the truth is, no one claps for you in the beginning. No one celebrates your small victories. They won't understand your sacrifices. They won't see your vision. But you keep going anyway, and one day, they'll see it. One day, the same people who doubted you will ask how you did it, and you'll smile, not out of pride, but out of peace. Because they'll never understand what it took. They'll never understand the nights you cried, the mornings you forced yourself out of bed, the pain that became your fuel. They'll see the result, not the process. They'll see the strength, not the suffering. They'll see the success, not the scars. But that's what makes you different. That's what makes you unstoppable. You walked through the fire and didn't burn. You stood alone and didn't break. You used pain as your weapon and loneliness as your guide. So don't fear being alone. Don't run from pain. Walk through it. Embrace it. Let it mold you into someone unshakable. Because the lonely road, that's where legends are made. The pain you feel today, it's shaping the version of you that the world won't be able to ignore tomorrow. So keep walking, keep growing, keep fighting. The world may not see you now, but one day they'll understand why you never stopped. And until that day comes, keep moving in silence. Let your work speak for you. Let your discipline do the talking, because true power doesn't make noise, it leaves an echo. When the nights get heavy and the doubts grow loud, remind yourself, every step you take in darkness is building the light you'll stand in later. Every struggle, every setback, every lonely night is part of the story you'll one day tell. This is the process nobody shows. The part of the movie that happens before the glory. When you're broke, tired, and unknown, but still giving your all. That's the part that builds you. The world loves the finished product, but ignores the process. They love the victory, but not the sacrifice. They cheer for the champion, but not the nights the champion spent crying, questioning, bleeding, and doubting. That's why this road feels lonely. Because only a few are willing to walk it. Only a few understand what it means to bet everything on yourself. To keep fighting when there's no guarantee, no applause, no safety net. But those few, the ones who stay, they become something the world can't touch. They become the proof that greatness isn't luck. It's earned, one painful step at a time. So if you're there right now, in the silence, in the struggle, in the dark, don't lose heart. You're not behind. You're just in training. This is where the strong are built. This is where the weak quit and the relentless rise. Every late night, every early morning, every moment you felt invisible, it's all part of your becoming. Because greatness doesn't appear overnight. It's forged in years of unseen work. It's born in the places nobody's looking. And one day, when the spotlight finds you, you'll be ready. Not because it was easy, but because you endured the hard parts that others ran from. You'll stand there, calm, strong, unshakable, because you'll know exactly what it cost you to be there. And that's what separates dreamers from doers. That's what separates the talkers from the warriors. Anyone can start the journey, but only the disciplined, only the patient, only the lonely finish it. So keep your head up. The world may doubt you, ignore you, even laugh at you, but they don't know the fire you carry. They don't know the nights you whispered to yourself, "I'll make it." They don't know the storms you survived. So let them doubt. Let them laugh. Because one day they'll remember your name. Not because you told them who you are, but because your success made them listen. And when that moment comes, you'll finally understand why the lonely road was worth walking. Because it didn't just make you successful, it made you strong. It made you real. It made you unstoppable.